Sharakaya Shaksurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah Vanchakalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindho Vyaevacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah Ajanulambita Bhujo Kanaka Vadato Sankirtane Kapitaro Kamalaya Taksho Vishvambaro Dijabaro Yugadalma Paro Vande Jagat Priyakaro Karuna Kanaka Jaladagatro Niraso Navjanetro Rika Barabara Marati Kundamalo Sarara Taruna Veshorina Nilapitambaresho Smarani Britani Kunje Radhika Krishna Chandra Shri Krishna Caitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. First of all, I would like to offer my Dandavat pranams in the dust of the lotus feet of my spiritual masters, Ityarira Prabhu Vishnupad, Sisimad, Srila Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj, Srila Prabhupada, Nityalila Prabhu Vishnupad, Sisima Srila Govardhana Goswami Maharaj, Nityalila Prabhu Vishnupad, Srimatul Bhaktivedanta Nayan Goswami Maharaj, Nityalila Prabhu Vishnupad, Srimatul Bhaktivedanta Vaman Goswami Maharaj, Nityalila Prabhu Vishnupad, Srimatul Bhakti Trivikram Goswami Maharaj, all our Rupanuga Guru Bhagya, Kudya Vaishnava Sampadaya, and all Vaishnava and Vaishnavis who are assembled here tonight to hear a katha from Prabhuji. Please accept my Dandavat. Nice, huh? It's your turn now. Or I'm speaking, you're speaking. But the result is not the same.
Not you. When you are speaking, you speaking. Same. Then you speak.
I'm struggling. You are not. You know, in the Kanishta stage, there's not much struggle because we just knew arriving and we discover everything. We don't know what is what, we just know Krishna is God. So we focus on that principle, Krishna is God. And then we don't care for anything, not too much about Guru, Vaishnava, Shastra. So there's no struggle when you are in Kanishta stage. But then you hear Harikatha from Vaishnavas, and then they tell you that spiritual life is one-pointed. You have to focus. You have to fix your mind. Then you understand that it's not easy business. Then from spacing out, now you're becoming very, very grave and serious. And you now understand, I have to focus. I have to go beyond anartha nivritti. I have to enter into nishta and ruchi. This is called madhyam stage. So therefore madhyam stage means struggle. It's called the struggle of the madhyam. Bhakti Rakshakshida Maharaj speaks about this. It's not easy to convince the mind, which feels like the king of the kings. He is the king of all the senses. And he doesn't tolerate anyone above his head. Can't tolerate any instruction, any order. Has such a false ego, mind, false ego, intelligence, all this system is just a handicap for surrendering. So when you teach your mind to surrender, then this is when there's a big fight inside. The mind doesn't want to give up his position as the master of everything. And then you need to use your intelligence that you never used before to convince the mind to surrender to the process. Then this is where the fight really starts. Then when the mind is focused 100%, and then when it doesn't move anymore, then going from Madhyam to Madhyam, Madhyam Uttam, then you enter into Uttam, then no more struggle. Everything is so nice. Everything fine. Huh? Just like when there is a war, in the beginning, you know, the preparations. Everybody is moving here, there, putting things in this space, that place, you know, putting everything in place, you know, ready for fight. But there is no pressure, because there is no enemy. This is called Kanishta stage. Then when the enemy shows up at the horizon, the whole army coming slowly, slowly, you see it's coming for. Then you have to get ready. You put yourself in positions, you know, you put all the weapons, everything, artillery and everything, and all the army is ready now. And then when there is attack, battle, then there's the struggles, gets to the highest point. Huh? And then during the fight, then you have to kill, make progress, save your life, take the flag, make progress more and more and more. This is called real struggle. It's called Madhyam stage. Huh? And then, when the war is finished and you have won, then everything's fine. Everybody become happy. Huh? No more struggle. Huh? So in this way, we can compare spiritual life like a war, a fight. In different stages, different feelings, different battles. Yeah. So the best stage is Kanishta, but not for long, because very soon you will understand you have to go from Anartha Nivritti to Nishta and Rushi. And then, from there, after struggle, big fight, then you have to go to next stage is Uttama. Then that's the goal. That's where there will be no more struggle, no more fight, no more battle. Then when you are in the Uttama stage and you enter into the land of nectar and sweetness, then another struggle starts. But that struggle is not bitter, like the one that we are facing now. The struggle in spiritual world is very, very sweet. There is struggle. Krishna is fighting with Srila, and sometimes running, Yashoda behind with stick, trying to escape or chastisement. There's struggle, but it is very, very sweet. Struggle will never give up on us, so we don't have to worry. Don't become desperate. Keep to the process. Stay with us. Let's get together and go towards the goal. The best warrior, the best devotee is the one who never gives up. If someone gives up the war and during warfare, then he's considered very, very badly. He may be shot. You know? But those who goes for it, thinking the general will come and save me in any position, even if the enemy is around me, surround me. I am alone, but I fight for the country. I fight for the future of my country. Then, with the faith that the general will come, he is such a great personality. The Vaishnavas are like this, and Gurus especially. Then he will save me. With this kind of faith, we have to go forward. And then, when the Guru comes and saves us from being surrounded by Maya, our mind is completely distracted, brain is completely broken, we have no more way to look directions to go, then Guru comes and saves us. So this is called faith, and faith, according to the different levels, determines the progress of someone. So we have to have full faith in Vaishnava and Gurus, and especially today, we've seen how struggle was being enacted between Gurudev and Bhaktivedanta Trivikram Maharaj. It was a big struggle sometimes, fighting, but not fighting for self-interest, fighting for glorifying each other. Trivikram Maharaj said, if I don't pick in Srila Gurudev, then this nectar will not come out. So he would push and he would argue, and then Gurudev would have to explain more and more and more Siddhanta. And this is how glorification is going on between Vaishnavas, and we have seen in his story of our philosophy how Vaishnavas, devotees, always glorify others. So this is our life. If we can enter into this understanding, then we will be part of it, and we will become like them, and we become finally very happy, and our struggle will end, bitter struggle will end, and the sweet struggle will start, then our life will be successful. Thank you very much. Dhanyavad.
Om Jnanatimirandasya Gyanandjana Shalakaya Chakshurmilitam Jena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Vandeham Shri Guru Varam Shri Rupanuga Pravaram Brajarasikam Narayanantam Prapanam Shri Guru Charanam Vande Ramana Prishtaya Bhutale Rupanuga Bhaktidancham Kripamurti Narayanam Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhyevacha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. First of all, I offer my Sastanganandavad pranams thousands of times in the lotus feet of my most worshipful Gurudev. Nitya Lila Pravishta Om Vishnupad Ashtotra Satsi Srimad Bhaktivedanta Narayan Gosvami Maharaj. The same to Srila Bhaktivedanta Vaman Goswami Maharaj, Srila Bhaktivedanta Trivikram Maharaj. To all the senior Vaishnavas, Dandavats to all Brahmacharis, Vaishnavas and Vaishnavis. So today we are continuing the celebration, the most auspicious disappearance of Srila Bhaktivedanta Vaman Goswami Maharaj, Srila Bhaktivedanta Trivikram Goswami Maharaj. So Prabhu, Kaviraj, you can translate more for 10 minutes. So, very auspicious day today. It's a day of separation. I was not thinking in speaking an assembly of so many qualified devotees, but by the request of the Vaishnavas, I try to speak something for my own purification. The Vaishnavas are very kind and they give chance to the most fallen. But by trying again and again, glorifying the Vaishnavas, glorifying the Guru Varga, trying to fulfill the order of the Vaishnavas, then the Vaishnavas, they see that we are trying, they will give us the qualification. Sometimes we are not in a good condition. Sometimes our mind is not well and we are very sick or laying in a bed. But even though if the Vaishnavas give us some order, we must try to fulfill that order. By trying again and again, their heart will melt. They're giving us the qualification. Srila Bhaktivedanta Vaman Goswami Maharaj, he gave this example in his life. We know that when one time 150 persons came to the mat and nobody was there to cook, and Srila Vaman Maharaj, he used to cook very well. And he was having very high fever. He was laying in the bed, very high fever. And Param Gurudeva came and called him, please come, we need you to come now to the kitchen and cook and make our arrangements to the guests. So he didn't think 2 times, he just came out from the bed and he made all arrangements, he cooked everything. He served all the guests. And after that, again, he became sick and took his rest. That he was showing how much Guru Nishta he has. Even in that condition, but Gurudeva told him, he did not think, oh Gurudev, today not possible, I'm very sick, weak, fever, please call another person. No, this is my service, I must take responsibility. Of course, for us, not so easy, but he's giving us the example of how to perform Guru Seva. He's giving us. Srila Gurudeva told that is not so clear to understand sometimes for the new devotees about the goal, why you are performing bhajan, why you are serving the sadhu, is not so clear. But we try to follow the examples of the Guru Varga. We try to see how they are serving their Gurudev. And then inspiration will come. We should aspire to serve Gurudev like he is serving Param Gurudev and so on. We should aspire to serve in this way. So I heard from the Vaishnavas that as Krishna is present in his Titi, for example in his Janmastami Titi, or in Ekadash Titi, Madhava Titi, this period of time is not ordinary. That time becomes transcendental. And any devotional activities performing during that time is much more beneficial. One can make much more rapid advancement. So in the same way as Krishna is present on his Titi, the Vaishnavas are also present in their Titi, in their Avirbhav and Tirobhav. As if they had again descended and come close to us. Give us a chance so that we can perform direct serving again. And those who are very fortunate, those who are weeping, those who are feeling separation in this day, who are crying for their mercy, especially those who are hearing Harikatha very attentively, they can experience again the presence of that Vaishnava, of the Guru Varga, and can receive their darshan and their blessings and make very quickly progress. These days are very, very special days. Gurudeva told sometimes in this day we become engaged in so many arrangements for the public, but we should not forget to perform Sravan and Kirtan and pray and feel some separation in this day. Pray from the core of heart, please, I want to serve you, I want to please you, I am unqualified, but please give me the qualification to fulfill your desires. And some tears must come from the eyes on this day. Then this day is considered success. One class I heard Gurudev tell. So we heard how Srila Vaman Maharaj and Srila Trivikram Gosvami Maharaj and Gurudev, they had very intimate relationship. Their intimacy had no bounds. Many examples are there. Like Param Gurudeva, he told that Srila Vaman Maharaj to take the position of Acharya. But Srila Vaman Maharaj was thinking, I am not qualified. Trivikram Maharaj can be Acharya. But Trivikram Maharaj telling, no, I am not qualified. Narayan Maharaj can be Acharya. Then Srila Narayan Maharaj, no, Vaman Maharaj must be Acharya. He is the only one who had the association of Srila Prabhupada and took Harinam from him since his birth. He is Vaishnavan. His mother offered him when he was 9-10 years old to Srila Prabhupada. So Srila Vaman Maharaj, he became the Acharya. And yesterday we were hearing from the senior Vaishnavas, disciple of Swami Maharaj, how it's common after the departure of the great Acharya that others, they also want to take the post. Others, they also want to be Acharya. But this did not happen with them. Actually, they are fighting to not having the post. They want to give respect to others, not to their own self. They are the embodiment of this Trinada, peace and nature. Gurudeva told that the relation that they have between them is an example to the whole world. We should follow their example. And then our society can be perfect. So, Srila Vaman Goswami Maharaj, he used to send his disciples to take Shiksha from Srila Gurudev. And if there was any issue in the mat, then they used to, if they come to Srila Vaman Maharaj, you tell, no, you go to Srila Narayan Maharaj, he resolves all the problems. And whatever he says, you must follow. There was no need, anything which Gurudeva was telling, there was no need to go and confirm, oh, Srila Narayan Maharaj is telling this, so is it right or not? No need. Whatever he said was in line with Srila Vaman Goswami Maharaj. They were one in heart. Like Gurudeva told, we are three bodies, but our Atma is one. So in this way, afterwards, when Srila Gurudeva started to accepting disciples, then someone asked Trivikram Maharaj, oh Maharaj, you also not start accepting disciples. And he said, there is no need for me to accept disciples. All the disciples of Srila Narayan Maharaj, they are also my disciples. There is no need for that. And we can see that they took sannyas vesh in the same day. 3 of them took sannyas vesh same day. And also, 3 of them, they disappear in the same titi. Means, today we are celebrating Vaman Maharaj, Trivikram Maharaj disappearance day. First Srila Trivikram Maharaj went, then 2 years after Srila Vaman Goswami Maharaj, he left in the same day. And before Gurudeva told, I want to take shelter of the same titi of Srila Vaman Maharaj to disappear from this world. So when that day came, we were all present in Vrindavan, and everyone was very afraid. Everyone was with their heart in their hands, like, oh, maybe Gurudeva will depart on this day, because Gurudeva was manifesting these 6 pastimes. But I heard from the Vaishnavas that all the devotees was praying so much so that Gurudeva should stay more in this world and give more association to us. Everyone was doing Govardhan Parikrama and pray, please Gurudev, stay more time, we'll be more serious in our bhakti now. So in this way Gurudeva decided to stay more time. And it was amazing because in the last days Gurudev even spoke. For 3 days he gave darshan and he spoke briefly for 5 to 10 minutes. And he told us, oh, you don't worry, I'll meet all of you in Navadvip Dham. Actually, Gurudeva did not tell a lie. As we heard from the Vaishnavas, anything Gurudeva says is absolute truth. Anything Gurudeva says. Actually, we all met him in Navadvip Dham, but was to perform his samadhi. In this way. They had great intimacy. So, I heard also from the Vaishnavas that when Srila Gurudeva came to meet with Param Gurudeva for the first time, was Srila Vaman Maharaj who came to the station and brought Gurudev and offered him to the lotus feet of Srila Param Gurudev. So that in the same way, when Gurudev was manifesting his last pastimes in this world, when he was in Puri, it was just in the appearance day of Srila Vaman Goswami Maharaj at 3 o'clock in the morning, then he decided to make his disappearance. So I heard that at that time, little before, the Vaishnavas, they had a dream. And in that dream, they saw that Srila Vaman Maharaj was coming and taking the hands of Srila Gurudev and offering Srila Gurudev in the service of Srila Param Gurudev. So in the same way that Vaman Maharaj took Gurudev first time for the first meeting of Param Gurudev, at the last time again he came and he took Srila Gurudev and offering the eternal service of Srila Param Gurudev. Then after this dream, they came to know that Gurudeva has departed from this world. In this way they show, Gurudeva proved to us that he was full under the control. In that day nobody told him, oh, today is the appearance day of Srila Vaman Goswami Maharaj. They were not telling any any special Titi for Srila Gurudev, but because he had that internal connection, then he chose that Titi, and he proved for all of us that he was independent from these laws of material nature, that he was only performing his pastimes, and he gave more and more evidence about the eternal relationship that he had with Srila Vaman Gosvami Maharaj and Srila Trivikram Goswami Maharaj. So today many senior Vaishnavas can speak. There are many other pastimes. I will stop here. Vancha kalptarurvyascha kripasinubhyo patitanam pavanebhyo Vaishnavibhyo.
ज्ञानंजन शलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। गुरुवे गौरचन्द्राय राधिकाय तदालये कृष्णाय कृष्णभक्ताय तद्भक्ताय नमो नमः। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। पंचतत्त्वात्मक कृष्णं भक्तरूपस्वरूपकं भक्तारं भक्ताख्यं नमामि भक्तशक्तिकं। भक्त्या विहीनाय अपराधलक्ष्ये क्षिप्तस्य कामादितरङ्गमध्ये कृपामयीं तं शरणं प्रपन्नां वन्दे नमस्ते चरणारविन्दम्। First of all, I offer my humble obeisances at the lotus feet of my Sripad Nityalila Pravishram Sripad Ashtatasya Srimad Bhaktivedanta Narayan Goswami Maharaj. And similarly, my unlimited humble obeisances at the lotus feet of Abhin Guru Padma Nityalila Pravishram Srimad Bhaktivedanta Vaman Goswami Maharaj, Srimad Bhaktivedanta Trivikram Goswami Maharaj. My humble obeisances to all Rupanuga Guru Varg, and my humble obeisances to the Vaishnavas present here, headed by Sripad Premanand Prabhu, Sripad Sroti Maharaj, and all my God brothers, God sisters. Today is the most auspicious day, and we are very fortunate. Since morning we are hearing the glories of Rupanuga Gurus. I feel very glad that we have this opportunity despite so much chaos which has arisen after the disappearance of Srila Gurudev. And there is a place that we can come together only for one purpose, is to hear Hari Katha about Guru and Vaishnavas, Krishna, Mahaprabhu. Prabhuji has ordered me to speak something about the glories of Mahabhagavat Gurus, and personally I have no qualification or understanding about their exalted position, but whatever I have heard from Gurudev and Prabhuji and other Vaishnavas, I'll try to recall and present. In his explanation of the Pranam Mantra of Srila Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj, in the book Gaurvani Pracharine, Srila Gurudev has elaborated the meaning and has said that the glories of Srila Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj, we are seeing from external perspective that they are like mountain. But the real thing, by the grace of Gurudev, we can understand that they are much more deeper than the ocean. So this depth of their glories was only possible by the mercy of Mahabhagavat Vaishnava. We see externally that their opulence and what they have done in this world, but the real depth which is there in their heart is only possible when we come in the association of Mahabhagavat. And it was Gurudev who really established the glories of Srila Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj in this world. That how deep his heart was, what he wanted to give, the Rupanuga Bhakti, what is the real meaning of his institution ISKCON, Krishna Bhakti Ras Bhavitamati Kriyatam Putra Labhyate. This was the real meaning, Krishna consciousness, how we can become Krishna consciousness, who is the topmost, who is in the topmost way Krishna conscious, as Radharani. She is 24 hours Krishna conscious. So if we follow her, then we can get this consciousness. So similarly, our Gurudev, when during the time we came to him, he started his preaching mission. And at that time we were little fortunate that Srila Bhaktivedanta Trivikram Goswami Maharaj came during the 96. It was the first time I had got the opportunity to have his darshan, 96, Kartik Parikrama, a little bit before. And from that time onward, he was trying to shed light on the glories of inner wealth of Gurudev. It's just like there's a verse which says that Krishna has 6 qualities being Bhagavan, and one of them is Sri, his beauty. There is no one beautiful as Krishna. If we combine all the beauty of this world, all the beauty of this universe, all the beauty of the whole creation, it cannot compare even one iota of Krishna's beauty. But his beauty is ever increasing. So there is no one beautiful as Krishna. But when he comes to Braj, his beauty increases. And his beauty increases more. In the presence of Brajvasis, his beauty increases. But when he comes in the assembly of Braj Gopis, then we see the maximum limit of his beauty. Sakshat Manmat Manmat. Similarly, we see that our Gurudev, he traveled throughout the whole world. He is speaking about the glories of Brajvasis, and specifically the glories of Braj Devis. This was his specialty. But we see that when he would come from his preaching tour through the world, when he come to Mathura, then his Harikatha become more sweeter. He would speak about Brihad Bhagavamitam, Caitanya Charitamrita, the Tattva of Srimati Radharani, and many more things related to Braj Gopis. But when he would come in the assembly of these 2 god brothers, Srila Bhaktivedanta Vaman Goswami Maharaj and Srila Bhaktivedanta Trivikram Goswami Maharaj, and also Srimad Bhaktivedanta Bhakti Jivan Janardhan Goswami Maharaj, then his Harikatha become more sweetest in that assembly. So this was how the Mahabhagavats can extract the real glories of another Mahabhagavat. Srila Bhaktivedanta Trivikram Goswami Maharaj was so capable to tap the deepest and sweetest aspects of Srila Gurudev's realizations. And that was a mercy upon us. Externally it could seem that he is opposing Gurudev. There were occasions during Brajmandal Parikrama in the early days, 96, 97, when there was one day, Gurudev was sick and doctor told him not to speak. And in the morning class, and everyone had an impression that Srila Trivikram Goswami Maharaj, because everyone just like Sripad Padmanabh Maharaj was saying this morning that how everyone got attracted to Gurudev because of his specialty of speaking Braj Katha. He was giving this thing of his heart, wealth to everyone. And that's why everyone was attracted to him. But Srila Trivikram Maharaj is enacting in a completely opposite way. He would come and would speak something of, all the tattvas of Bhagavatam. And one day when Gurudev was sick, and he was sitting next to him, then he would not let him speak. Again and again when Gurudev was trying to take the mic, he would snatch and start speaking something. It was very, very disturbing for the whole devotees. They was really upset. And the next, after that, the class, devotees were disturbed. What's going on? We have come all the way to hear Gurudev, and Srila Trivikram Maharaj is speaking something very basic. And top, he's not letting Gurudev speak. And what kind of relationship is this? And nobody knew that what was going on. And then, in the midday, after the prasadam, everyone went to Madhav Maharaj and said that what's going on, why he was not allowed to speak? What kind of relationship is this? And then midday prasadam time, Madhav Maharaj announced that it was doctor's instruction that Gurudev should not speak. So by not letting Gurudev speak, he was actually serving Gurudev. But who could know this thing? And then devotees could understand, yes, it was real, he knows how to serve Gurudev, how to assist him, but in a very, very zigzag way. Another time, I remember we were in Barsana, and from there we were coming back to Vrindavan, because at that time we'll have last 5 days in Vrindavan Parikrama. And we were at Balbhadra Kund, and Prabhuji was cooking there, and Puja Trivikram Maharaj would come early. And then in that morning, after leaving Barsana, they will talk about Radha Tattva. And then Gurudev at the end, he said, so Radharani is so high that even Krishna has to go down his head at her feet. Smargarala Khandanam, Mam Shirasi Mandanam, Sripad Pallavam Udaram. This is from Gita Govinda. And Gurudev gave an elaborate explanation of this. See the glories of Radharani, that how Krishna is bowing his head at her feet. So Srila Trivikram Maharaj was really not convinced with this. He said, how is possible? If you say that Radharani is the most beloved of Krishna, how can one beloved allow his beloved to his head on her feet? How it's possible? And I could not understand what he's saying, but he was saying it repeatedly again and again to every person he saw. He said, how is possible? How is possible? And now, after so many years, some understanding is coming that what he was trying to say. But at that time, nobody could understand this. And another time when he was in Rup Sanatan Gaudiya Math during the last 5 days, again one day Gurudev was not well, and in the evening class he came and he sat, and after speaking 5 minutes, the whole math was packed. And after speaking 5 minutes, he left. And then he said, Srila Trivikram Maharaj, please continue. And Srila Trivikram Maharaj would speak this Mangalacharan, closing his eyes like this. And then he started doing Mangalacharan. And as Gurudev left, about 90% of the devotees left. And then when he opened his eyes, he started laughing so loudly, ha 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 ha. And then everyone was wondering what's going on. Few devotees were there. And he said, oh, all the gopis have left. So, in this way, he would really make the whole thing so palatable. And he would speak. His favorite kirtan was Sri Radha Krishna Pad Kamale Man. He himself would sing, and Narad Muni Bajai Bina Radhika Raman Nam. But he would try to give this thing in a very zigzag way. And Gurudev will try to establish it. So this specialty we have seen in this kind of relationship between two God brothers. And as we are hearing our Caitanya Prabhu speaking, that Gurudev, Srila Vaman Goswami Maharaj, Srila Trivikram Goswami Maharaj, they have 3 bodies and 1 soul. And their purpose was one. Now, this was just our previous generation. And we hear so many devotees speaking about, those who claim that we have so much of the association. But what has come in their life after associating with this? We can see the present situation. We heard from Prabhuji that Srila Vaman Goswami Maharaj, even though the Acharya of Gaudiya Vedanta Samiti, in his post, never had a bank account by his own name. So he has no desire for kanak. He said, my pocket is my bank account. And he would initiate. He said to one devotee that after the disappearance of a Param Gurudev, he said, it was my order. I never wanted to become a guru or an acharya. But this thing was order of my Gurudev and his god brothers. He was not happily accepting this thing. He said, it's the order of my Gurudev and the god brothers of my Guru, Pujapad Bhakti Rakshak Sridhar Maharaj, Pujapad Bhakti Dait Madhav Goswami Maharaj, Pujapad Bhakti Shri Rup Siddhanti Goswami. They said that yes, your Gurudev has said this thing, you should become acharya. So he said, all you Vaishnava, you know me, if your order is there, I will accept. He said, I see no qualification or I don't have even a desire for this thing. Just for the order of Guru and Vaishnava, I am accepting this position. And then when he would have to initiate, he would go to Gurudev and Srila Trivikram Goswami Maharaj and say, I am going to do some sinful activity, please protect me. So he was not happily, like accepting disciples blindly. So this we have seen in his life. And after accepting disciples, he said, no, you are not my servant. You are the servant of Vedanta Samiti. I do not possess you. You are the servant of my Gurudev's mission. So you serve it. If you serve him, then I say that you are serving me. But I do not possess you as my own personal servant. So this was his mood. He would not keep any money with him. He would not possess any followers for him. And on his Vyas Puja day, we heard that, we hear that Patishta Devi would with folded hands remain at his service. That when I get an opportunity to serve you, to glorify you. But he would not allow. Before his appearance day, every year, all his disciples, they make arrangements that we can, do some puja. But just 2 days before his appearance day, he would secretly leave. Nobody would know where he has gone. So in this way, he never allowed his own glorification. And similarly, we have seen with Pujapad Srila Bhaktivedanta Trivikram Goswami Maharaj. Srila Vaman Goswami Maharaj would say one thing, because it's relevant to the present. He said that the spiritual master, a guru, is not a platform speaker, nor a professional priest. He is 24 hours engaged in the service of Radha and Krishna. So this is the real qualification of a guru. He said he is not a professional priest that he can do something for yajna or anything for you, for any other activities of this world. Nor he is a platform speaker, that he will come and speak on a platform and then go away. It's 24 hours engaged in the service of Radha and Krishna, specifically Nam Bhajan. But he said that these all instructions, we've seen that all their orders and instructions, even in the next generation, is very difficult to see. And this is the effect of time. As you see, Prabodhananda Sripad has said, Kal Kalir Balir Indriya Vari Varga Iya Bhakti Marg Kanta Koti Ruddha. So Kal Kalir Bali, this age of Kali is very powerful. We see these three personalities, such an ideal life and such an ideal character and such an ideal example for the whole world. But in the next generation, these symptoms are not seen. Why? Because this is no one to blame, this is the effect of time. Kala Kalir Bali, it's very powerful. So from the symptoms of a devotee we can see that how much he has associated with them. How much? By their symptoms, by their characteristics. So if externally, we see that there are so many people coming near Guru and Vaishnava. Our Sripad, Bhaktivedanta Vaikhandas Maharaj was saying this morning very nicely that someone claimed to be near and dear of a Guru just to fulfill his own purpose. Because he will get more pratishtha, more, everything what Gurudev is getting, he would get. But what is the undercurrent for this kind of act? This is seen, as Srila Bhakti Shri Rup Siddhanti Goswami Maharaj said, that disciple's Rupa is known after the disappearance of his Gurudev. So how much he has understood or embraced his teaching in his heart. This is seen. So there were so many exemplary pastimes of our Guru work, Pujapad Bhaktivedanta Trivikram Goswami Maharaj, he was usually said that Mahaprabhu Bhakta Madhya Viragya Pradhan, Ya Dekhi Khush Hon Gaur Bhagwan. He was the embodiment of renunciation. He would not allow any paisa of the Mahaprabhu's service to go in vain. He would save any penny for the service of Mahaprabhu. There was one example, he was, in his last days, he was staying at Olai Chanditala, somewhere near Chuchura, and with one of his servants. And because he came from a rich family, and when, and their old the family members also nearby, and they would come and say, Maharaj, what you need? You come to our place, why you staying in this old house? He said, no, I have some purpose staying here, I will not go to that place, I have left. So, and they would offer him all facilities, but he never accepted. And he would order his servant that go every day for bhiksha. Because I have heard personally from Gurudev in early time when I came, around 96, he said that in this, there's one verse in Upadeshamrit, where it's called Sato Vritti. How it starts? Utsaha Nishya Devya Sangatyat Sato Vritti. Sangatyat Sato Vritti Shadbhir Bhakti Prasiddhite. So what is the meaning of Sato Vritti? This is seen in Goswami. Sato Vritti means this is for one's development or nourishment of one's Atma as well as one's material body. So how the 6 Goswamis were maintaining their body? By keeping bank balance, by doing bhiksha every day. So this is Satvritti. And this vritti was, we see in the life of, we heard from Prabhuji that in the early days in Krishnaji Gaudiya Math, Gurudev would send everyone for bhiksha, everyone. Go and collect. And in this way, you are purifying yourself as well as from those who are bringing something for the service of Guru and Vaishnava. This is the duty of someone who is staying in the ashram of Guru. And he go and collect alms. So, Pujapad Trivikram Maharaj, he ordered that devotee that please go and collect some bhiksha. I will not take, because everyone was offering him, Maharaj, you're old age, we can offer anything. So he never accepted. And that devotee was going every day and collecting some rice, some sabji from door to door. And then one day, and the Trivikram Maharaj knew that he's going and he's getting like very, poor quality of rice. And he would accept it. When he comes, he would cook, offer to Thakurji, and he would accept that kind of rice, not like basmati rice. So one day, that servant, he went and he cooked such basmati rice for Srila Trivikram Maharaj. And when it was presented before him, he was really very furious. He said, you got this in bhiksha? Who would give this basmati rice in bhiksha for you? So this was, he said, no, Maharaj. He said, tell me what you got, from where this has come. And he said, no, I got some money in bhiksha, and every day I was giving you this bad rice and Thakurji, and I felt this is not good, so I wanted to have good rice for you. He said, no, this is your desire. You wanted to enjoy this basmati rice. I never complained. And Mahaprabhu never complained. This is your desire that you wanted to eat this basmati rice. Go and return. How much is left? Return. And then, whatever the balance amount of money, suppose you bought it for 20 rupees, and when you return, you get 15 rupees, then 5 rupees are still missing. So go and do bhiksha for 5 rupees and then come. So in this way, he was very heavy, whoever stayed with him, because he wanted to teach the principle of Sri Caitanya Mahaprabhu for a viragi. And that's why when our Puri Maharaj used to say, nobody was able to stay with him. But at the same time, just like we heard that he was like a coconut. Externally he was very hard, but internally he was soft, like anything. One time when Gurudev, we heard from Prabhuji, one time when Gurudev was really sick in Bombay, he has some heart problem, then Srila was in Bengal somewhere. And then when he heard this, he immediately called Prabhuji and sent some money and said, go, immediately go. What are you doing here? Your Gurudev is having this problem and you are sitting here. Go and immediately go, this is my order. And he gave money and sent to Bombay, Prabhuji and other devotees for taking care of Gurudev. So he has such affectionate feelings for Gurudev and for all the Gaudiya Vaishnava Acharyas. Srila Vaman Goswami Maharaj, when he would speak Harikatha in Navadip, he would try to reconcile what Srila Trivikram Goswami Maharaj would speak in one side, like completely opposite to what Gurudev is saying. Gurudev established that our topmost object, our worshipable deity is Srimati Radharani. And Srila Trivikram Maharaj said, no, this is Krishna. Always he would say anything, what Gurudev is saying, he will immediately have going opposite to that. And he will say, oh, our Gurudev has established this deity where Krishna is thinking about Radharani and his complexion has changed. So do you know anywhere when Radharani is thinking about Krishna? He said, yes, Tota Gopinath, where the Radharani is black, thinking about Krishna. This Tota Gopinath is a deity in Jagannath Puri. So in this way he tries to establish something which is completely opposite to what Gurudev is saying. But the purpose was to extract more and more from Gurudev. So in this way we see that these two personalities, by their life, their behavior, their instructions, they have contributed a lot in this mission of Sri Caitanya Mahaprabhu in the line of Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada and our Param Gurudev Srila Bhakti Pagyan Keshav Goswami Maharaj. And they have very, very deep affection for our Gurudev's preaching mission. Srila Vaman Goswami Maharaj, when Gurudev went to the West, and he would inform him his successful preaching activities, then he would write to him, oh, you are the true representative of Keshav Goswami Maharaj, and this special task was left for you to be accomplished. Nobody could see. As Prabhuji was saying this morning, that how all our Guru Varg were very happy seeing Gurudev speaking about Rupanuga and Mahaprabhu's contribution, why Mahaprabhu appeared in this world. This was the assembly of Prabhupada disciples. When they heard Gurudev speaking about this thing, they were very happy. And they said that now we can see that our generations, our parampara will continue. Because this mood is there in someone. Today is the separation day of these two great Vaishnavas. But this mood is not coming. We have heard that, not only heard, we are actually practicing this to imbibe this mood in our heart for this whole month. And this is the great mercy of Prabhuji, as he is making us sing these kirtans which has very deep mood of separation. Specifically this Kothai Go Prem Mai Radhe Radhe and this Kabe Krishna Dhanupavo. So if this separation does not come in our heart, it's very difficult to understand, because if our heart is not melted, this mercy will not enter there. The instruction will not enter there. So the whole thing of this Kartik Vrat, and Gurudev has said that whatever feeling you want to have for Krishna and Radharani and Mahaprabhu, first you have to have for Guru and Vaishnavas. We can say Kothai Go Prem Mai Radhe Radhe, but the feeling has to become that where my Gurudev has gone, where the Vaishnava Thakur has gone. And in this bhajan, Narottam Das Thakur is saying that, what is saying? This Sadai Hoya Vidhi Milaive Guna Nidhi. And the same thing we hear in his kirtan, we say about separation of Narottam Das Thakur. what Kirtan we sing? Jaya Nilo Premadhana. There he says, Gorangir Guner Nidhi Kotha Gele Pavo. Is the transcendental embodiment of Mahaprabhu's qualities. These all Vaishnavas in whom we can see where I can go and find this in this world. It's very rare that the transcendental qualities of Mahaprabhu which are manifested in these Vaishnavas. Now where I will find when this Acharya Thakur is left? And the same mood is Nottam says, Sadai Hoya Vidhi Milai Be Guna Nidhi. When this Vidhi, this fate will be favorable to me, then I will again meet this Guna Nidhi, the transcendental embodiment of these qualities. And then it says, Daruna Vidhiri Naat, Bhangi Lo Premera Heart. So this terrible dance of this fate, or this has broken the whole marketplace of love. I was thinking, how in the presence of Gurudev, the whole family was together. But this fate has broken everything. And Kahe Narottam Das ki mora jivan nirash, chhadi gelo Brajendra Kumar. So what hope we have? Gurudev and all the senior Vaishnavas leave us. So what is the hope of our life? So these feelings, if not coming, because this month is called the month of Urja, Urjeshwari month. So if this feeling of separation is not coming, then where are we going? I don't know. Personally, I feel that I'm really indebted to Prabhuji for making us sing these kirtans, which are in line with the desire of Srila Gurudev, which really gives some impression on how we can connect ourselves with these all transcendental personalities. So I stop here. I beg my forgiveness if I say anything wrong. I request Prabhuji to correct me, and I pray that whatever example is set by our Gurudev and by his dedicated, sincere followers, I may, by their mercy, try to follow something in this my lifetime and make this life something successful. Vancha kalpatarubhasya kripa sindhu vaircha patita nam pavnebhyo vaishnava.